This is the K-91, a Tier 9 Soviet premium heavy tank, a vehicle that has always been incredibly strong, with its high levels of damage per minute and a pretty nasty clip to go along with it. And in the latest update, Wargaming has finally given the K-91 PBR graphics. It's had a legendary camo for about a year now, and the legendary camo was okay, but it looks way better with its HD graphics, and I'm actually glad I picked it up because this looks fantastic. In today's video, I am going to be showcasing the capabilities of this vehicle, talking a little bit about its statistics, and having some fun, hopefully, in gameplay. Now you'll notice that the DPM is ridiculously high for a heavy, 2,700. A lot of people are going crazy over the Object 752's DPM, which is like 2,500, but I mean this thing smokes the 752. Not only that, but it features a 3-shell clip with a 3.53 second reload. So in about 7 seconds, this vehicle can deal 1,050 damage. It has pretty good pen on the heat at 340, and even mobility-wise, the K91 can reach a top speed of 40 kilometers per hour with a power to weight of 16. So it really doesn't have a downside in any area. It's somewhat mobile. It also has 7 degrees of gun depression, decent turret armor, and when you pair that with the solid penetration and very high DPM, it's just kind of an unstoppable force if played properly. Even against tier 10s, I mean, you have more damage per minute than I would say half of the tier 10 heavies, which is pretty insane. And even the tier 10s that do have more damage per minute than you, you're obviously an autoloader. So as long as you don't trade with them on reload, you should be fine. Overall, the K91 is just a vehicle you really don't mess with. Here we are in our first game, and we actually got a pretty nice matchup. We have an E75 and a Moishin up against us in terms of heavies. And then we got a 5041 making up the last Tier 9. Tier 8s, T26C5, T28 Defender, and a Shark. So in total, that makes 5 heavies. And then they have 2 mediums. So it's definitely going to be a heavy side brawl. We have an AMX 5120. That's really bad news. Chieftain T95, that's also really bad. I'm going to be honest, our heavies are much worse than the enemy heavies. Like, an AMX 5120 is not really a heavy. It's more like a medium with a big gun. Don't get me wrong, it's a strong tank, but it really requires a decent player to do well in it. We got one nice shell into the Shark, and there you go, second shell into the Shark as well, hatching him. So just like that, we were able to take off over 700 hit points from that vehicle. And in 8 more seconds, we'll have our shells ready again. I'm just going to pretend like I have shots. Oh, we actually got hatched. I'm a little surprised, to be honest. I'm just stopping their team from pushing up right now, which is quite important, if you ask me. Alright, we try and get one shell into the 75, but that one didn't go through. Thankfully, our second and third do go through. Remember how I said the pen's really good on this vehicle? We can clearly see that right here as we butter through the E75 turret. Well, in 7 more seconds, we'll have our shells ready. Our AMX is sitting behind me, shooting HE into the E75. Can't really say that's all too effective. Well, see what we can do here. Aim it on the E75. Let's pull up a bit, see if we can get into a haul down spot here against the 75, and aiming. Bonk, there you go, one nice shot for 290, and there you go, another nice shot into his vehicle, and there you go, another nice shot. I mean, we are ripping this poor player apart. Unfortunately, our medium flank is completely failing. I mean, there's nothing I can really do about that, but on the heavy flank, I've been doing a pretty solid job, I'm going to be real. We've been absolutely butchering these enemy tanks. We're going to aim it on the side of the T26C5 Sheriff. Get 1, get 2, and let's get that third shell out and finish off the Sheriff. There you go, nice. I mean, we're definitely doing our job here. We got a nice bounce, but we obviously don't want to overexpose so that we get penned by the enemy Moishin. Moishin has a lot of alpha at 460. I don't really want to be penned by that. So we're going to reload here. We're going to aim it on the Sheriff, and there you go. One nice pen for 350. Let's reload again. There you go. 347 damage shot, and one last shell. Bonk. Okay. That one did not make a lot of sense, but the good news is that I'm hoping our AMX finishes off the Sheriff. So, or not the Sheriff, sorry, the Shark. I'm just praying that he does. He gets one pen in, which is obviously really good. We're going to reload, and nice. Okay, that's actually really important. Let's push over here towards the side of the Moishin and see if we can get some damage out. Oh, we got the Barask rolling off on our rear. That's obviously not good. Well, nice shell finishing off the Barask, and it's actually pretty important. I think we should easily be able to win this game. I'm just going to push to the side of the Motion at this point. We're going to see if we can get some little bits of damage out. If we get to the side of the Motion, I think that'll be the best bet for our vehicle. We also get a bounce from the 5041, which is obviously pretty important. So we're just going to stay on his side. This is where the Motion's going to be like, what do I do? I can't really hit him in the turret. His best bet would be to try and scrape me off on a wall, but clearly this player is not doing that. But what the heck was my... Did you see my camera there? It was completely backwards, which made, like, literally no sense. But there's one, there's two, and let's get that third shell out. 5041 looks like... Nah, 5041's not going for me. Okay. Well, we just have to stay on the side of this Motion for 8 more seconds. And then, I mean, we're just going to finish him off. Our team is falling apart, though, which is not exactly good. So, let's finish off the Motion very, very quickly. Then we got the T-28 Defender and T-54E1. Alright, well, let's see if we can get some damage out. There you go. 1 easy shot into the 54E1. And 2 easy shots into the 54E1. We get a nice lucky bounce there. It's actually really, really lucky. Let's back up. Just keep backing up. Back up, back up, back up. Yes! Alright, let's see what we can do. Let's angle the tank. Unfortunately, that does not give us a bounce. But what we need to do right now is finish off the T-28 before he can get a second shell out. So let's do that. There you go. And now I just hope that we can beat the 54E1. The only way we can do this is getting into a face hug with his vehicle, but... I don't know, it's probably going to be a loss, I'm going to be honest. Yep. Well, welcome to World of Tanks Blitz. We did the best we could have in this game. I mean, we literally carried this entire battle from start to finish, and yet we still lost. 7,423 damage dealt. I mean, I'm not even mad because there's nothing to be mad about. I mean, when you get a team that bad, you just have to accept that. Sometimes players in Blitz are terrible, and that was a great example. But, I mean, 7,400 in a K91, that's pretty insane, I'm not going to lie. It's just unfortunate that the enemy 54E1 had a bit of a brain cell, which kind of sucks. Alright, well, not a bad game at all. Let's do one more battle. I mean, I got nothing else to say. Let's just try and win our second game. I just checked on Blitzstar's Hall of Fame, and the damage we just did in the K91 would rank me in the 8th all-time highest damage dealt in the K91 since its release 4 years ago. That's actually kind of insane. Which is a little surprising, judging that I didn't even really notice we were dealing a lot, but yeah, it's a great example on just how much you can farm when you have high levels of DPM and hit points, and you're a heavy with actually pretty solid armor. So we're going to cross wide here. We do have an E75 up against us, but thankfully he wasn't really paying attention, which means we're just able to get all the way over here for basically free. Alright, well let's just stop and pretend like we're not going to move up, and then we are. What do they have? 57 heavy VZ55. Oh yeah, they got some strong ones. And all we have is a stock 50 TP. Well, essentially, I'm going to have to hold this like my life depends on it, because it really does. We get 1 nice shell into the E75, 2 nice shells into the E75, and, well, we get the third one out. I'm going to be honest, though, I am dead. We're dead, like 100%. There's no way I can hold this. I mean, they literally have like 5 tanks here. I did not realize that they were going to send their entire team to this route. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to try and bail, like, right now. If I can get out, I'm going to. I doubt it. Oh, yeah. That's about what I expected. Alright, well, let's aim it on the side of the 57. He unfortunately does hit me with that shot. Let's see if we can bait him, maybe. There you go. Yes, we did bait him. Perfect. Alright, and, well, not able to get the last shell out, but the fact that the 57 dumped his clip is really important, because it means we can kind of fall back a bit over towards here and then get into a side scraping position. This will be much better for at least trying to hold the enemy team. E75 bounces me. We get 1 nice pen in, reloading, 2 nice pens in, reloading, and good. Okay, that player's dead. Alright, let's aim it on the 50. Oh, well, we got the waffle as well. I mean, I'm dead, but the fact that we've been able to hold off the enemy this long is honestly pretty impressive. Alright, let's see what we can do here. My big brain plan is I'm going to kill the enemy Waffenträger. That's the big brain idea. Alright, let's aim in, and 1 shell into your tank, and let's stay here. Let's see, let's just get the 57 at this point. Let's just stay in a face hug, and where did that shell go? I mean, every other shot hit. We did a lot, again. I mean, The fact that our team is losing this is very disappointing because I did 3,400, but I think it's still winnable. The Waffle's not super healthy, but the 263 is clearly a little bit lost in his ways. Let's see if our Vickers Light and E6 can bring this back. I think it's definitely a win if they can. So let's see. Vickers is going to push wide here and go for the Waffle. Interesting decision because you're going to lose a lot of health for that. And our E6 is just sitting in front of the 50. Alright, but I think it'll be a win either way. I mean, yeah, there's no way the enemy team is going to pull this off. Our Vickers is too healthy, and our 263 is also over here. And there's not much the enemy can really do to the 263 at this angle, because I'm pretty sure the guy's lower planes is actually hidden due to the terrain deformation. So the E6 finishes him off. I'm going to be honest, I think we like single-handedly gave our team this win by holding that entire line for as long as we did. We not only dealt 3,500 damage, but again, this is why the K91 is such a strong vehicle. It has the DPM to hold. And when you pair that with really good side-scraping capabilities, and even decent mobility, as I said, it's just a heavy that can get everything done. We did second on the team. The Vickers Light did a good job. Our mediums did their jobs correctly. They flanked immediately. That's what you need to do as a team. If you see that you have two heavies, tier 9s holding, a T57 heavy, a Waffle, a VZ, an E75, a 50 TP, and you are not pushing full speed on medium side, you're causing your team to lose. Thankfully, our team did the proper thing here. That was the opposite of our last battle, where our team on Himmelsdorf decided they were going to play super aggressive on medium side, even though we had a medium disadvantage. That's why we ended up losing so fast. Now, what I wanted to check here is where the heck that final shot went on that T57 heavy that rushed me. Because I'm pretty sure that it didn't pen. I might be wrong, but I'm just going to double check. So we get the first shell into the Waffle. Easy shot. Then the 57 heavy pokes us here, and we get the shell out, right? So we're at our damage that we dealt. So where does this shot go, Wargaming? Easy shot. Fully on his hull. We shoot. Where does it go? I'm not gun blocked because his gun barrel is not in my vehicle. So that was a complete ghost shell there. I mean, that was, yeah, look at that. It's right there. What? Okay. Great game Wargaming has here, clearly. We should have dealt 3,800 damage this game, but we got screwed by RNG. Either way, the K91 is a fantastic vehicle. I would highly recommend for anybody that is thinking about picking up a tier 9, this is the one you pick up. I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, the 752 is so strong. Yes, it is. But I still think the K91's better for the majority of situations. Not only do you have more damage per minute, but you also have very solid gun depression, and you have really good mobility. You pair all these things together, and it creates such a strong heavy. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.